Barocca gives you that BB bounce. Hello and welcome to this episode of Iron Drummer, and today I am playing a Yamaha KOZO Copper 14x5.5 snare drum, and this thing is a beast of a drum. But this is the second one I have. The first one I found on eBay, I struck up a deal, got it sent out to Australia, it arrived, it was in the shell itself, no blemishes, but when I looked at it I'm thinking, hold on a second, that's not right. I went past, you know, the drum was sitting in its box, and I'm like, that's not right. I looked at the shell and the reflection, it had a big dent in it. And I looked at the badge and it had a big gouge out of it. I did open it on camera. I always open my package on camera to save my ass. And I went back to the ad and I saw the ad and I zoomed in the photos, and you could actually see the dent was in the ad. So I went back to the ad thinking there's no issues. I had messages going back and forth before I bought it. No dents, shell was in perfect condition. It was an excellent selling shape, apparently. And then I got it, and clearly it wasn't. So back and forth, it was going to cost about $150 to remove the dent from the shell, and also going to cost me about $200 to ship it to and from the repairer. But then the badge with the gouge out of it had actually gone through the shell itself. And I'm like, okay, so I'll go back to the seller, can you help me out? This is how much it's going to cost to fix. They offered me $50, which it wouldn't have covered anything, so I said, how about this? I'll return the item. And they weren't happy about it. Went through eBay's return policy, showed them all the evidence. They said, yep, no worries, return it. And then it went back to the seller. And it got listed again as good to excellent condition, gig worthy, or something along those lines. And it got sold, and they didn't reduce the price. It's still the same price. So anyway, found another one through Facebook Marketplace on one of the Yamaha drum pages. Someone was selling one. This one again has this little small dent in it where the lug is, nowhere near as bad as the other one. And when I actually spoke to a couple of people who have had them shipped over from overseas, generally found that because they're such a soft shell, they do dent quite easily. And most I've seen in people's collections have some kind of damage to the shell from being transported or dropped at some point. So anyway, long story long, the drum's amazing. It has this typical Yamaha Maple Custom lug, so I didn't really crank it too high because I'm so scared to break another lug. I have spares, but still, I'm not going down that path again. Has the Yamaha parallel snare strainer, which is great. I had to buy a spare part for it. The only way I can get that one spare part was to buy a whole snare bridging system, which was about 36 bucks. And it was one little kind of drum key thing. And I got parts for it brand new, pretty easily through a store here in Australia, which is fantastic. It's a copper shell, 1.5mm, so it is quite thin and quite soft. Zinc die cast hoops, 10 holes each, standard kind of Yamaha stuff. It's right down here. It's really shiny. It's a very pretty drum, and that warm crack is just beautiful, and I absolutely love it. And I took it down really low on the low tuning, put some EQ pods on there, really fattened it up, and it sounds incredible. But anyway, less talking, more playing. I'll see you on the other side. Man, I love copper snare drums. I'm still hanging for my DW copper, which is apparently coming soon. I can't wait. This thing is a beast. That medium tuning sits perfect. Just this drum loves medium tuning. It does have an Evans UV1 and Evans Hazy 300 on the other side, and pure sound snare wire. So it's got all the Evans accoutrement, as you would call it, and it sounds just perfect. Would I crank it up? No. Would I take it to a wedding gig? Yes, because it's great. Would I take it out to a pub gig where people could get close to it, spill drinks? Absolutely not. But anyway, I'm slightly anal retentive when it comes to my gear. But anyway, thanks for coming along. Please share, like, and watch, and whatever it is, subscribe to the channel. It'd be fantastic on Bookface and Dogface, YouTube, whatever it is. Anyway, I'll see you all very, very soon.